An end to the death penalty. It's a message that had millions demonstrating worldwide, including right here on the Suncoast.
Plus details on a new resolution by Manatee County that could help patients who are uninsured or underinsured.
And today is a national call to give back for the holidays. Good Morning Suncoast starts now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. Indeed. 6 o'clock, it is straight up Tuesday.
Feeling good. It's a giving back Tuesday after all the shopping and all the spending. It's a day to focus on giving.
December's the kindest month, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody's in a giving mood, and it's all
It's for the cheer.
lovely. Yes, indeed. We have some pretty cheery weather for you today. Looking at temperatures that are again running above average, coming in the low to mid 80s across the region. Not much of a rainfall chance today under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Complete forecast details coming up in just a few.
All right, taking a look at traffic this morning. Thankfully, I give you a nice, clean traffic report. See, I'm a giver. Nothing going on at this point in the morning. Right now, not a lot of volume or any accidents to speak of. No impediments to getting where you want to go, either in Manatee County or in Sarasota County, all the way down to the Charlotte County line.
And topping our news at this hour, dozens of people gathered in Venice yesterday for a common message nationwide to get rid of the death penalty.
Yeah, the special get-together took place at one of the Catholic churches in Venice, and the people say they're against the death penalty like so many others around the world. ABC 7's Rick Adams has the story.
I want to get rid of the death penalty in Florida.
Someone like Marietta Yeager Lane has every reason to be for the death penalty. Her 7-year-old daughter was kidnapped and murdered back in 1973. She was a featured speaker at Monday's Cities for Life prayer vigil at Epiphany Cathedral, a Catholic church.
I wanted to honor her by something more noble and honorable and beautiful than a cold-blooded, premeditated, state-sanctioned killing.
The scene that unfolded in Venice played out in nearly 2,000 cities worldwide. People everywhere are taking a strong stance against the death penalty.
The death penalty was established quite some time ago with the responsibility of states to protect their citizenry. Well, I think there's a lot of other ways we can do that now besides taking the life of someone.
Here are some facts about the death penalty. In the United States, the electric chair was first used in 1890. America started using lethal injection in 1976. In Florida, there have been 2 executions this year compared to 8 last year. But people like Bishop DeWayne and Marietta Yeager Lane won't stop pushing hard against the death penalty until there are no executions.
That person is just like you and I. They're a human being, and they've been given this gift of life. Who are we to take it away?
I feel that what I'm doing honors her memory instead of taking on the mindset of the person who took her life by asking for the death penalty. I would never do that.
And the push to end the death penalty is going strong at places like this church and other locations worldwide. Folks here are hopeful their voices are heard loud and clear. Reporting from Venice, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. Cities for Life originated in Rome, Italy. In addition to the prayer gatherings, it gives cities a chance to light up their tallest buildings.
In other news, a drug trafficking investigation leads to the arrest of 4 men in Sarasota. Sheriff's detectives say they found nearly 21 grams of methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, and cash in Alan Tarvin's room at the Inn Hotel on Friday night. Tarvin and Michael Regal were both charged with trafficking in meth. And while there, detectives also ended up arresting Keith McAllister and David Linke. The 2 allegedly showed up to purchase drugs and already had meth and heroin on them. And deputies say they found this when booking Tarvin into jail, a large bag in his pants filled with heroin. He was additionally charged with trafficking in heroin. Also, a woman and 2 teenagers from Orlando allegedly did some illegal shopping at the UTC Mall on Black Friday. 27-year-old Sina Howell and 2 teenage girls are charged with using counterfeit bills. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say the 3 used several fake $100 bills to buy Michael Kors handbags at Macy's in the mall. Detectives say they also found additional merchandise in Howell's car that was bought at the Target on Fruitville Road. More charges could be coming, and as authorities believe the trio may have used counterfeit bills at several other Sarasota area stores.
New this morning, contracts between Manatee County and local hospitals may be approved today. The contracts will provide care for the Manatee County indigent population. The county and local hospitals have been going back and forth on the legal terms of the contracts. The proposed contracts would be for 1 year, and they will be for Manatee Memorial Hospital, MCR Health Services, and Blake Medical Center. The most recent contract expired in September, making this the first time in 30 years that Manatee County does not have a contract with a hospital to provide indigent health care.
Meanwhile, Manatee County's uninsured, underinsured, and a variety of health care providers may soon see some extra funding. Today, Manatee County commissioners are expected to adopt a resolution to address the growing health care needs of this community. The $1.25 million in funding will be retroactive from October 1st of 2015 through September of 2016.
So those who are uninsured and don't have any way to get into the system, we want to make sure that they can get that access to care. And so the way that we have structured this is that individuals who are up to 200% of the federal poverty level are eligible to become a part of that system of care.
Hospitals will also receive funding if the resolution is adopted.
Affordable housing coming for Manatee County veterans. County commissioners recently approved a new agreement to provide housing to veterans in need on the Suncoast. Volunteers of America of Florida is a nonprofit that provides housing and services to homeless veterans. The group plans on building homes soon for about 20 veterans in Palmetto and Bradenton. However, the exact locations for the homes have yet to be decided. Veteran Services will be working to help identify those veterans in need. And new this morning, Manatee County School Board member Bob Gauze will not run for re-election in 2016.
And that's according to the Bradenton Herald. Gauze was first elected to the seat in 2006 and recently finished serving a one-year term as chair of the board. Gauze says while he's not completely closing the door on public service, he wants to put more focus on his business and his family.
And Sarasota County Area Transit wants to hear from you about how it can improve. SCAT will host 2 open house workshops to get feedback from the public as part of its comprehensive operations analysis. Residents can stop by and give their opinions on how to improve routes and services. The first workshop will be next Tuesday, that's December 8th, at the Sarasota County Administration Center, and that'll start at 5 in the evening. The second one will be on Wednesday, December 9th, and that'll be at the Venice Community Center. That meeting will start at 3.
And it's not too often that a local event brings participants from 80 different countries to the Suncoast, but this week, thousands of young tennis players, their coaches, and their parents are here in Bradenton.
And ABC7's Ray Collins tells us how the Eddie Hurt Tennis Tournament can benefit us.
Selma and Smiranda are 2 of the world's top junior tennis players. They're on the Suncoast this week to play in the annual Eddie Hurt Classic at the IMG Academy. Some 1,500 players and their parents and coaches. Both girls say so far they're enjoying themselves.
The people are great. They're very kind and always smiling.
I think it's very wonderful here. Good area, it's very large, and the experience is very cool.
And we have to go from here to Orange Bowl.
One of the girls' mothers says next week is Miami and this week is Bradenton, which she thinks does boost the local economy.
I think it does a lot because everywhere you have to give money.
And that begins at the nearby United Tennis Academy, where players pay to use the practice courts here. Around the corner, South Philly Cheesesteak is another beneficiary of the tennis tournament. Manager Ashley Hopkins says they look forward to it each year.
Instead of having a lunch rush and a dinner rush, we basically stay busy all day long.
Over in the corner of the restaurant is the single most important tennis figure in Suncoast history. Hall of Fame coach and Academy founder Nick Bollettieri says all the tennis players here this week is not only good for the short-term economy,
but it also brings a lot of interest to the area, perhaps settling down here.
Another tennis legend did settle down here because of the local tennis community. Hanna Mandlikova was one of the top players in the world back in the 80s, and now she's taking it easy watching her daughter prepare for the tournament. A tournament, she says, helps the entire Suncoast.
They bring lots of money and lots of new people, international people, and I think it's great for the community.
Ray Collins, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Ray. Tennis continues all week, and the finals will be on Sunday. So we've had Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now we're on Giving Tuesday.
The best day of them all. Giving Tuesday is an idea that was spearheaded by a New York nonprofit in 2012, encouraging people to give back rather than consume. And the Community Foundation of Sarasota is joining in on this plan. And they plan to match all donations up to $100,000 as part of a holiday fundraiser called Season of Giving. Their seasonal campaign targets agencies supporting homelessness or those on the verge in Sarasota, Manatee, Charlotte, and DeSoto counties.
Yes, New Yorkers get a bad rap. Northport kicking off its annual 12 Days of Giving. The city's food and toy drive kicked off yesterday and will run through December 11th. You can give back to the community by donating unwrapped toys, unperishable food items, and also toiletries. The donations will be distributed to Northport neighbors in need. Donations can be dropped off at Northport City Hall or the Morgan Family Community Center. See, it was a New Yorker that started that giving this, what is it, Giving Tuesday?
Giving Tuesday.
Yes, the Giving Tuesday. And everybody says New Yorkers are unfeeling and they, have their heads down, don't worry about anybody else. But
they show their love
in
different ways.
It's just an affectation. They're very inside. They're very sensitive.
They are.
They are. We're just
That's like people are everywhere.
I agree.
People are basically good, don't you think?
I would hope so.
Yes.
I think so. Showers, not so much today, but down the road a little bit. We'll talk about that coming up in a minute.
Like April.
Also next on Good Morning Suncoast, a house made out of a shipwrecked boat with a ghost thrown in there for good measure. ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us on a tour.
What does it mean when New South Windows says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Home.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today. No matter what kind of car you drive, we stock the batteries you need. And we have the deals you want. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
This is an important medical warning. The FDA has issued a public health advisory for all people taking the type 2 diabetes drug Invokana. The warning states that Invokana may lead to diabetic ketoacidosis, a serious condition where the body produces high levels of blood acids called ketones that may require hospitalization. If you or a loved one have taken Invokana and have been diagnosed with kidney failure or hospitalized with ketoacidosis, call the law offices of Jacoby and Myers today. Invokana may also cause other forms of liver damage. In more severe cases, Invokana has led to organ failure, coma, and even death. At the law offices of Jacoby and Myers, we've been bringing compassion and experience to our clients for over 40 years. You may be entitled to significant compensation for all of the injuries and damage that Invokana has caused you and your loved ones. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-671-1361.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, the season of sharing lasts all year. Buying a new Subaru means you'll have more time to share with your new vehicle. Choosing a Subaru could even mean more time to share with the ones you love. And the Subaru Forester shares more accumulated awards than any other small SUV on the road. Lease a new Subaru Forester for as little as $224 a month during the Subaru Share the Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
You can help make the wishes of Suncoast children and seniors come true this holiday season. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Join ABC 7 and share your good fortune by becoming a Salvation Army Angel.
Just stop by ABC 7 or Sunset Kia in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice to pick up an Angel Tree gift tag. It will tell you what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
Thanks for your generosity and happy holidays from ABC 7.
Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature is a kind of steamy 70 degrees because the dew point is now at 68. So with a 2-degree difference between dew point and temperature, the humidity is pretty high. Relative humidity 93%. And in fact, we have some patchy fog out there in inland areas, particularly of Hardee and DeSoto counties. East wind comes in at about 7. We'll find that wind shifting even a little southeast today, continuing to promote high humidities. 67 degrees Wauchula, Arcadia, 69 degrees Northport, 68 in Mayaca, 69 degrees in Punta Gorda, closer to the coast, closer to the 70 mark. We've got 70 degrees coming in at Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, Inglewood, 71 degrees in Venice, 69 in Bradenton, and 72 out at Longboat Key. A trail of moisture streams in from the Pacific across Mexico and wraps up around an area of low pressure that has produced such inclement and stormy weather across the country. It's continuing to drift off toward the western Great Lakes. As it does so, wrapping cold air down from Canada back behind it. That is allowing for a lot of energy contained within this storm system, and a very slow process as well, as there's just not a lot of motion in this low pressure center aloft. It's basically kind of cut off from the rest of the flow. So this frontal boundary will take its good old time as it meanders southward through the deep south, getting closer and closer to Florida by the time we hit late midweek. Until then, showers will be in progress across the deep south through the mid-Atlantic up to the northeast, stretching down to the Louisiana Delta. As that frontal boundary slowly progresses southward, those rain showers will tend to get closer and closer to the state of Florida, increasing our rain chances starting tomorrow and spiking out those rain chances as we head into Thursday. We'll look for warm and humid conditions again this afternoon with temperatures running well above average. We didn't quite break the November record as an all-time warm month, but we came close. We're second in terms of historical warm Novembers. So again today, probably temperatures running about 5 to 8 degrees above average, depending on whether you're inland or closer to the coast. Cooler later in the week, more seasonable temperatures, I should say. No cold blasts of air anywhere in the forecast. You can see the snow showers that are occurring across parts of the Dakotas, stretching up into the upper Horn of Michigan. That low pressure area has a trailing cold front and warm front that are producing scattered showers now through the Virginias, and some heavy rain there as well. North Carolina seeing a little bit of a break from the rain showers, but eventually this cold front will work its way closer so that the rain showers will return probably tomorrow and Thursday. And at that point, again, the airports of the Carolinas may suffer some delays. But today, everything looks pretty good for the deep south. We have quiet conditions across the Suncoast with only some scattered showers over on the other coast expected. The winds will be shifting today, coming in out of the west later this afternoon and eventually out of the southeast, continuing to pump humidity into the region, setting the stage for those late midweek rain showers. They'll be scattered, nothing really heavy, but they will serve to switch our winds around as the front moves through and lower our temperatures to more seasonable values. Back to you.
Thank you so much, John. At 6:18 on our roadways, I'm not seeing any issues still in Manatee County. This is great. No problems, no slowdowns. Palmetto Bridges still look good at this point in the morning. 75 clear there into Sarasota. 41 moving along nicely. And I'm not seeing any issues as far as South County is concerned. No reports of accidents, no reports of delays. This is what we like to see. Well, they say your home is your castle. Now we have a story about a man who built his own castle and did it his own way.
Yes, now they call that a man cave.
Yes.
Personally, you get to watch sports, you have all kinds of memorabilia.
But this man cave is a whole house.
Yeah, well, see, he's lucky then. He broke all the rules in the construction as well, but it's still standing today. ABC7's Linda Carson has the story.
Diana Harris's home is built of the pieces of a shipwreck.
During the 26 hurricane, a Cuban sailing smack sank off of Minnesota Key. And the only thing that was visible was a big, tall mass that stuck out of the water.
A man known as Mr. Buchanan salvaged some of the wreck to build himself a house.
He was the manager of a small little beach place out on Minnesota Key. And after the hurricane, he started picking up bits and pieces and evidently had bought this property, which is an acre, and decided that he wanted to build a house here.
He had a unique way of moving it there.
He also was said to have owned a very large open Packard car, very spiffy car for those days, and he would pile all the pieces of wood into the back of the Packard, and basically there was no road on Manasota Key at that time, so it must have been difficult to get the car up and down the key.
After Diana bought this house, she discovered more about the man who had built it.
He had been a reporter for the London Times. He at one time had served in the army in India and had lost part of his arm.
But he did manage to build this house.
The supports in that room are 4 masts off the ship. One still has the iron rigging on it. And then the bedroom is a round room, a water tank off of a sailing ship.
The room's main support is a gooseneck boom. Mr. Buchanan's wife, Mary, had been a big-time opera singer in Europe.
In her later years had become quite deaf and didn't realize always how loud she was singing.
Inglewood residents could hear her for miles. Then Mr. Buchanan died.
She didn't have any money, and L.A. Angel once again told me that she hired somebody to row him out to sea, and they buried him at sea. She came home, packed a bag, and left, never to return again.
However, strange sounds continued to come from the shipwreck house.
People in the neighborhood would be awakened at night by somebody, a soprano voice, very loud, singing the scales.
From the shipwreck house in Inglewood, Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. Diana's house is made of wood. Usually that would mean a termite problem, but she says since it's spent so many years saturated by seawater, well, termites want nothing to do with it. They don't get that dry mouth.
No.
Yeah, you know.
That worked out.
They all ran.
Yes.
To our houses.
Oh, well, we don't have that problem here.
Yes. Well, here at ABC 7, we're working with the Salvation Army to help those in need.
Yes, we want you to get involved with us as well this holiday season. On Thanksgiving, we kicked off our 2015 Angel Tree campaign to collect gifts for children and senior citizens this holiday season. And anyone interested in participating can pick up Angel Tree tags right here at our station or at Sunset Kia dealerships in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice. Each tag will have a list of what a Suncoast child or senior citizen would like for Christmas, and you can drop off the gifts right back up here at the station or at those dealerships, and we will give them to the Salvation Army. The last day of this campaign is December the 14th, so you have exactly 2 weeks today to do it. And it doesn't take long. It's such a nice thing to give back.
Indeed, and you feel better for giving back. And we here at ABC 7 have been participating in this for years, and it means so much to so many people just to see a smile on, you know, a little guy's face.
It does. And I get to be there sometimes reporting on it when the kids get the gifts or when the mom comes and picks them up. So it's really cool to see. And we like to show you it as well.
Yes.
So.
It's unbelievable. Coming up next on Good Morning Suncoast, Visa and smartwatches. Well, we'll explain.
How do those go together? You need one for the other.
Plus,
Plus, new technology for Google that can benefit drivers and pedestrians. We'll be right back.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Manasota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Manasota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Manasota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Manasota Flooring today.
The Holiday Millionaire Raffle is back, with the best odds to win $1 million on New Year's Eve.
Plus, they're giving away money every week.
Honey, you have to try this.
And with so few tickets available,
Holiday Millionaire Raffle tickets are going fast. Come on!
you won't want anyone to know about it. Get your Holiday Millionaire Raffle ticket today.
Nothing to see here.
The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today. No matter what kind of car you drive, we stock the batteries you need. And we have the deals you want. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Now get the new Ford you want with no hassle and no negotiating necessary. It's the Friends and Neighbors pricing event at Sarasota Ford. Shop over 500 new Fords on-site or online. And the one low price you see is the price you pay. 16 Ford Fusion SE, just $17,995 or $189 a month. A new F-150 Super Crew XLT from $28,795. Plus, buy new Fords and don't pay a thing till spring. Think of it as an inside deal from your friends at Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. Visit SarasotaFord.com.
Well, it is 6:25, and a massive data breach at a toy maker has exposed millions of customers' personal information, of course, right around Christmas.
I know, this was the Christmas season is starting to mean hacking. ABC's Kenneth Gibson and Aditi Roy have this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, kids seem to be the target of a new data breach.
Toy maker VTech says the personal information of 5 million customers and their kids has been stolen. The breach includes emails, home addresses, names, and birth dates of child users.
Swatch is teaming up with Visa for its new smartwatch. The Swatch Bellamy contains NFC technology, which allows users to pay for items with just a tap of the wrist.
The new timepiece, which goes on sale in the U.S. early next year, is compatible with retailers around the world. And will Google's self-driving cars actually be able to talk to pedestrians?
The company is working on new technology which would allow the vehicles to communicate with people at crosswalks using signs, audio messages, and possibly even a robotic hand.
Just imagine what the hand would say here in New York. All right, those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Christmas doesn't happen without me.
This is Violet. She's been waiting for this moment for a while. A moment other kids wouldn't think twice about. Her first bowl of Cheerios. Because now that Cheerios are gluten-free, Violet and many others are enjoying their first bowl today.
Every Christmas is memorable, but a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. Save up to 30% on diamond fashions at Kay, the #1 memory maker in America.
Every kiss begins with K.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Dean here.
Now, if you're anything like me, there's nothing you love better than spending time with family and friends. Well, my furniture is just made for us. It's actually inspired by some of my favorite pieces with a casual and comfortable feel that says, come on in, y'all. So come on into Kalen Furniture, y'all, and let us show you how you can bring comfort home.
Visit Kalen's Furniture on South Tamiami Trail today.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover. With 70 standard and available safety features, including options like blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, lane sense lane departure warning, and all-wheel drive. The capability you need now comes with the style and personality you want.
More style, more personality, all for less. Go to Sunset Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, new plans for Sarasota's main plaza are rounding into shape.
And while it's not officially winter, some parts of the country are already feeling the freeze.
Only in Florida can you see a gator showdown like this, especially a star gator. Good Morning Suncoast starts now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And along with John Scalzi, our bull gator, I'm Don Brennan.
You know, it's no wonder to me that people are living up north right now where it's 20 degrees and snowing and everything. Look at these pictures of wrestling gators and go, I want to be there.
I know. On the sidelines, watching the gators, enjoying the sun.
Yeah, and the warm sunshine, enjoying it.
For December 1st.
And we're complaining that it's too hot. And they're up there going, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Exactly. Please. Oh, my goodness.
They're scraping their cars off.
We all know how it is.
Yeah.
We know how it was.
That's why I live here.
Yeah, exactly right. Again, today we're looking at warm average temperatures coming in the, generally speaking, low to mid 80s across the region. We'll have little chance of rainfall today, but maybe a few increased clouds, cloud cover in the sky. And then tomorrow we'll start talking about chances of rainfall. We'll talk about when the best chances of rain will come and when the temperatures may cool off just a few degrees coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. And, well, with all that snow, we have some traffic back up. Oh, no, that's somewhere else. I'm sorry. We're looking good this morning. Starting, a little more volume at 6:32 as people start to head out the door, school, work, or whatever. But 41, 301, and 75 are all looking good this morning. No issues or delays. And as I said, volume is picking up. But, well, it's all moving along nicely because there's no snow, no sleet, no icy grounds to worry about.
Isn't it nice?
And I've been in 2 accidents in my life, and they were both because of snow or ice.
Yeah, it's definitely scary to slide on ice in the car. Well, topping our news this half hour, we are getting a better idea now of what the new owners of Sarasota's main plaza intend to do with the downtown center.
Yeah, 3 Sarasota investors purchased that retail space last month for just over $18 million. And according to the Herald Tribune, the owners plan to kind of put lipstick on this pig. They want to redevelop the center in phases, first by adding retail tenants and redesigning the main street entrance. They also want to add more than 15,000 feet of fresh retail space on the first floor. A second phase will include rehabilitating the Hollywood 20 movie theater. The owners hope to select an architect and builder in the next month and a half and start revitalizing it.
Now to a follow-up on a story we told you about yesterday. The Coast Guard has called off the search for a missing boater out of Englewood. Jeff Reinhardt was reported missing by his son Friday night after he did not return home from a boating trip. Reinhardt's boat was found Sunday off the coast of Naples, and a spokesman for the Coast Guard announced that the end of the search was yesterday. Coast Guard crews covered more than 5,100 square nautical miles during 29 separate searches since Friday evening.
New this morning, detectives in Charlotte County are confirming that a teenager murdered on Halloween night while working at a 7-Eleven was indeed shot to death. It happened at the 7-Eleven just after 3 in the morning on Aquiesta Drive in Punta Gorda. Authorities received a call that smoke was seen coming from the store. When crews arrived and put the fire out, they found the body of 18-year-old Kyle Farisian, who was a clerk at the store. Surveillance pictures were released last month showing a suspect inside. Currently, there is an $11,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in that case.
Dozens gathered in Venice yesterday for a common message to get rid of the death penalty.
The scene played out in nearly 2,000 cities around the world as people taking a strong stance against the death penalty. This particular get-together took place at one of the Catholic churches in Venice. Marietta Jager Lane was the featured speaker at Monday's Cities for Life prayer vigil at Epiphany Cathedral Catholic Church. Now, Lane has every reason to be for the death penalty since her 7-year-old daughter was kidnapped and murdered back in 1973. However, she says she's not for it and says there have to be other ways to punish someone other than taking their life.
I wanted to honor her by something more noble and honorable and beautiful than a cold-blooded, premeditated, state-sanctioned killing. I feel that what I'm doing honors her memory instead of taking on the mindset of the person who took her life by asking for the death penalty. I would never do that.
In Florida, there have been 2 executions this year compared to 8 last year, but people like Lane say they won't stop pushing hard against the death penalty until there are no executions. And affordable housing definitely coming to Manatee County for veterans. County Commissioner recently approved a new agreement to provide housing to veterans in need on the Suncoast. Volunteers of America of Florida is a nonprofit that provides housing and services to those homeless veterans. The group plans on building homes soon for about 20 veterans in Palmetto and Bradenton, yet the exact locations haven't been determined. Veterans Services will be working to help identify those veterans that are in need. And state investigators have ruled there's no evidence Planned Parenthood in Florida purchased or sold human organs or tissue. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement inspected 16 Planned Parenthood facilities in August and reported that 3 clinics were legally or illegally performing second trimester abortions. Planned Parenthood representatives say the abortions were performed during the first trimester and that the state officials were changing trimester definitions. The organization's executive director says it doesn't offer tissue donation services here in Florida.
Well, welcome to December. Some parts of the country are already bracing for their first major snowfall of the season, and it's on the heels of a dangerous ice storm that killed 14 people over the weekend in the Midwest. The storm has created dangerous driving conditions in the upper Midwest. In Omaha, cars spinning out, snowplows out in force. In Minneapolis, cars in ditches and jackknife tractor trailers. On his way from Canada to central Wisconsin, Scott Brimner pulled off the interstate.
Snowing like Canada usually does, but didn't think you guys got this much snow.
It was way too snowy for us to continue on the highway.
That driver's daughter used the brake to build a first snowman of the season. Kids reminding us why winter weather is fun.
Who couldn't like snow? For going sledding. That's what snow is perfect for.
But the weather system moving through the middle of the country since Thursday has also reminded us it can be deadly. Flash floods and icy conditions have killed at least 14 people. Oklahoma's governor declared a state of emergency in all 77 counties. And from streetlights exploding to ice-coated power lines.
Oh, it's coming down. Hit record. Hit record.
It's recording.
The storm left more than 100,000 in the dark at the storm's height. Speaking of weather, Jeb Bush has released his campaign ad touting his hurricane and storm record as Florida governor, and the ad talks about the devastation of Hurricane Ivan in 2004. Yesterday, Bush made an appearance at the Clinton County Republicans' annual event in Iowa.
And 13 out of the 14 female Democratic senators were stumping for Hillary Clinton at a fundraiser last night in Washington. One lawmaker after another sang the praises of their former colleague, but it was the absence of one senator that drew perhaps the most attention. Elizabeth Warren, who liberal organizers failed to draft into a presidential campaign in 2014 and 2015, was not there. Warren signed a letter urging Clinton to run back in 2013, but she has not yet endorsed this campaign.
Yes, and also in politics, Ohio Governor John Kasich is now coming after Donald Trump.
Kasich releases a new anti-Donald Trump web ad that focuses on a recent incident that has everyone talking.
You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Titled is the worthy the Republican presidential hopeful attacks Trump on his supposed mocking of a New York Times reporter. The reporter has a chronic condition that affects his mobility. During a rally, Trump appeared to be imitating his handicap. The ad concludes with an image of the Donald, followed by pictures of several former presidents, including Washington, Lincoln, both Roosevelts, Eisenhower, and Reagan. It then asks voters to ask themselves, is he in their league? And speaking of the Donald, Trump says he should charge CNN for his next debate appearance. He joked about the charges last night during a rally in Macon, Georgia. He suggested that he would demand that CNN pay $5 million for him to appear in the next debate. Trump says he'd give the money to programs that help veterans. The next Republican debate is December 15th in Las Vegas.
There's a showdown between an infamous gator and another gator in Englewood. Photos capture Goliath, the famous alligator, wrestling another gator on the golf course at the Mayaca Pines Golf Club. Several golfers witnessed Goliath tangling up with a smaller gator as they played around. That must have been the most interesting round they ever played. It seems Goliath, well, he makes news whenever he appears on the course. In the past, the huge reptile drew lots of looks as it took a stroll on the course, and another time when it ate a huge turtle. You talk about going viral. That was all over the world.
Yeah.
CNN was carrying it, and all the way out to California, because Goliath indeed was just sleeping across the whole fairway. He was a long gator. Indeed.
Yeah, but that would be scarier to see, I think.
Yes.
What are the rules on that? Are you allowed to move your ball if there's a gator fight in the way?
I'd say pick it up and run it fast.
I'd get out of there in general.
We have some changing weather coming up over the next several days. Looks like we may have some rain showers before some cooler air moves in. We'll talk about that in a few.
All right, and up next, millions are wearing red today for a cause that affects millions.
Plus, why Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie may not be done having children.
Did you know Sleep King Sarasota has the best selection of Simmons Beauty Rest foam and latex mattresses? Sleep on luxury with the new Simmons Beauty Rest, full or queen size, only $499. Take it, Larry.
Buy a mattress today, sleep on it tonight. Free same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Only at Sleep King.
Come in for a 2-hour free nap. Only at Sleep King in Sarasota.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second Spin Mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today. Need a longer lasting bulb? Batteries Plus bulbs has a huge selection of LEDs starting at just $2.99. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
The problem is it's a invisible injury. It's underreported.
An invisible injury having a very visible impact. We investigate the life-altering damage of concussions and what can be done to protect football players from high school to professional football. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story, plus our roundtable discussion.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
When the going gets tough, they get tougher.
I came here to play. I'm going to go for it.
Oh, Matt.
You're right.
This week,
$50,000
on Millionaire.
Tonight at 7:30 on ABC 7. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Humidity is high with a dew point now coming in at 68 degrees. That makes it feel pretty sticky out there with the temperature and dew point within 2 degrees, 70 the air temperature. It gives you 93% relative humidity, and we have some patchy fog around in places, mostly in inland locations, and it's not heavy, it's not widespread, and it will not be a bother for your commute this morning. East wind coming in at about 7 currently. We'll watch that east wind shift a little bit more southeast with time. And when that happens, even more humidity kind of trails into the Suncoast. 67 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca coming in at 68 degrees in Northport, 69 degrees Punta Gorda and Inglewood, 70 in Venice, 69 in Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton the same, and at Longboat Key you've got 72 degrees. So across the nation today, we have a low-pressure area that continues to slowly churn its way up to the western Great Lakes. Extending from that is a trough of low pressure that moves down into parts of Texas. Behind that, a cold dome air of high pressure producing temperatures in the teens and 20s across parts of the country this morning. The frontal boundary slowly will progress toward the state of Florida, but it will take several days. And until then, showers will be present through the mid-Atlantic states, stretching all the way back into the Louisiana Delta. For today, high pressure will be building in across our region, but by later in the week, this high pressure ridge back to the west will start to build in as that front crosses the peninsula and moves south of the state. We'll look for a warm and humid afternoon today, isolated showers around, and then cooler a little bit later in the week. Now, I won't say it's a cold blast of air, but it will be slightly cooler, approaching the more average temperatures that we would expect at this time of year. You can see the showers now moving into parts of New York, upstate New York, seeing some little bit of some icy conditions. Not a whole lot, but some. And then further down toward the Delmarva, rain showers become a little bit heavier in through the Virginias. And then in the Carolinas, things kind of lightening up a little bit. The airport hubs of the Carolinas and Atlanta Airport look fine today. Tomorrow, there may be a little bit more rain shower activity at Atlanta. We look for some scattered showers over on the other coast as we develop that onshore flow of air. Yesterday, we had a few showers pop up in areas of Highlands County and points north, and that may occur again today. Locally, everything should be just fine right straight through the afternoon. Temperatures across the region, as I mentioned, they are chilly indeed. Denver coming in at 20, Kansas City at 31, 38 in St. Louis. Then jump the front. And look what happens. 38 St. Louis, 60 in Atlanta. Clearly, the deep south and the Florida Peninsula, the finest weather in the country. Back to the west in the northern Great Lakes, we're seeing snowfall accumulations in the less than 6-inch range. Southeast winds developing overnight tonight, pumping in the moisture, bringing a light chop with 2-foot seas. And then with that moisture in place and the front arriving on Thursday, that will be our best rain chance day as temperatures begin to lower on Friday. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic at 648 right now in Manatee County. I am not seeing any reports of any accidents so far this morning. A little bit of a slowdown there on 41, but nothing major in Sarasota. As we head down on 75, it looks pretty clear into South County. No issues to report this morning, so you can head out the door and not worry about traffic.
Indeed. Now, thousands around the world are wearing red today for World AIDS Day.
A large white ribbon was placed in front of the White House today as well in observance of World AIDS Day. This year's theme is "The Time to Act is Now." And also there's a social media hashtag, Rethink HIV, encouraging people to raise awareness about HIV through bake sales or other community events. AIDS has been on the rise in Florida. About 5,100 new cases were reported in the first 9 months of 2015.
Coming up on Good Morning America, the University of Chicago is set to reopen today after a black student was charged with making an online threat to kill 16 white men on campus. The posting suggested the killings would be in retaliation for the fatal shooting of a black teenager by a white Chicago police officer who is now free on bond. In entertainment news, Brad Pitt may be surrounded by famous faces in the new movie The Big Short. But at home, the father of 6 wants to be surrounded by more kids. Pitt tells The Telegraph he and wife Angelina Jolie aim to have 12 children. They stop short when they reach the halfway mark, and his movie The Big Short comes out later, later this month.
The stars have aligned for John Legend's new holiday tune. The singer wrote the song called Under the Stars using actual recordings of stars. He tells People magazine that scientists have been recording the vibrations of stars and that he decided to put it into the song.
Speaking of stars, J.J. Abrams wants the new Star Wars film to be more than just a boy thing. The director of the upcoming 7th film in the franchise spoke to Good Morning America about his hopes for The Force Awakens.
Star Wars was always about, it was always a boys thing and a movie that dads could take their sons to. And though that's still very much the case, I was really hoping this could be a movie that mothers take their daughters to as well. So I'm looking forward to, to kids seeing this movie and seeing themselves in it.
Star Wars The Force Awakens hits theaters in a little over 2 weeks, and boy, I can't wait. I have yet to see Star Wars.
I have yet to see Star Wars too. We should go see it together. Popcorn
I've never
and everything.
seen any of them, the first 6 I'm saying. None.
Me either. So maybe this is our chance. Just go see this one now, and maybe we'll become fans.
Maybe. I missed out on the whole Princess Leia crush by all the teenage boys back then in the 70s.
It's okay.
What are you going to do?
You'll get a new crush.
That's a good idea. Up next on Good Morning Suncoast, snoozing on Santa.
Oh, the photo shoot that's catching viral Z's on social media. So cute. We'll tell you the story behind it.
Hi, I'm Scott Bush, CEO of Suncoast Blood Bank and a 12-gallon donor. Crisis struck close to home in my family last year when my 5-year-old nephew, Evan, was diagnosed with cancer. Evan needed the life-saving gift of platelets. You can save lives by donating platelets. You never know when someone you love might need this precious gift.
To find a Suncoast Donor Center or Bloodmobile near you, call 1-866-97-BLOOD or visit scbb.org. Live here, give here, stays here.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or even death. At the law offices of Jacoby & Myers, we've been bringing compassion and experience to our clients for over 40 years. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call Jacoby & Myers today. You may be entitled to compensation. Our firm has decades of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Call the law offices of Jacoby & Myers now for a free confidential consultation. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-897-6764.
Get Black Friday pricing all month long during the Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you'll always get better prices and a bigger selection. Right now, save over $3,000 off a new Dodge Grand Caravan or save over $3,600 on a new Dodge Journey. Stop by today and get up to $6,000 off a new Chrysler Town & Country. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
We are getting into the holiday spirit. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Coming up on Suncoast View, do you prefer real or fake? A Christmas tree expert will be here to help us understand different types of live Christmas trees. Classic Christmas sounds come alive with the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. They'll sing Motown Christmas for us, and we'll learn how to make bread pudding.
Today at 4 on ABC7 Suncoast View. Smart, fun talk that's everything Suncoast.
The ho-ho holidays are coming, so we've got 4 jolly make-ahead dishes.
What's wrong with little Jimmy? He had too many handfuls of the mix.
And if you say this...
I don't like putting away Christmas.
You gotta watch Peter Walsh declutter the decorations. Next, Rachel.
Today at 3 on ABC7. Help make the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions come true by attending Christmas in Candyland, Saturday, December 12th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Michael's on East. It'll be a wonderful family event with treats, music, cookie decorating, face painting, and other children's activities, followed by a special visit by Santa. Proceeds benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Central and Northern Florida. Get tickets at ChristmasInCandylandSRQ.com. Brought to you by these sponsors at ABC7.
It is 6:54, and here's what you need to know before you head out the door on this Tuesday morning. The search for a missing boater out of Englewood has been called off. Jeff Reinhardt was reported missing by his son on Friday night, and Coast Guard crews covered more than 5,100 square nautical miles searching for him since Friday. 3 investors are putting over $18 million into revamping Sarasota's main plaza. And after 10 years on the board, prominent school board member Bob Goss says he's not seeking a re-election and wants to focus more on his family instead. And taking a look at traffic at 6:54, not any major issues right now in Manatee County or Sarasota. Not seeing any accidents being reported throughout the Suncoast, and South County looks great too.
How about 83 or 84 degrees is a daytime high with mostly sunny skies. Ooh. Don't like it? Wait till the end of the week, and then you'll have temperatures that'll be in the 70s under mostly sunny skies. Between the two, late midweek, a shower or two.
Thank you, John. Feels like it's about 80 in here right now. A little boy in Indiana slept through his first picture with Santa. 6-month-old Zeke Walters dozed off while in line with his parents to see St. Nick. Instead of waking the baby, and you never wake a sleeping baby, Santa told them, let him sleep. The result? A picture that has gone around the world, Santa pretending to nod off with a sleeping Zeke in his arms, nestled in a big green chair with the book The Night Before Christmas, and you really can't stage something like that.
I love that, yes, because I don't like stage pictures.
So
I mean, we all take them, but
yes.
it's so nice to have something natural.
That's about as cute as it gets.
It really is.
That is about as cute as it gets. And that was a pretty savvy Santa to make use of the moment like that.
Roll with the punches.
The question is, did he charge for the pictures? Like, do you remember we did the story? Some Santas are charging now.
Yeah. I do.
He did. I'm
that.
kidding. He obviously had a heart.
He had a heart, maybe.
I think so.
He's no Grinch.
I think
Too
so.
funny. All right, Good Morning America's coming up next. Have a great morning.
It's the ultimate grand opening giveaway from Nissan of Venice. Register to win a new 2016 Nissan Altima today. Drive a new 2015 Nissan Altima from $189 a month or a 2015 Nissan Rogue from $179 a month. Shop 24/7 at NissanofVenice.com. Dial ** Nissan from your mobile phone for Nissan of Venice.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by LuxArt Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Now get the new Ford you want with no hassle and no negotiating necessary. It's the Friends and Neighbors pricing event at Sarasota Ford. Shop over 500 new Fords on-site or online, and the one low price you see is the price you pay. 16 Ford Fusion SEs, just $17,995 or $189 a month. A new F-150 Super Crew XLT from $28,795. Plus, buy new Fords and don't pay a thing till spring. Think of it as an inside deal from your friends at Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. Visit SarasotaFord.com.
Congratulations to all our daily winners in ABC7's spectacular Swiss Vacay giveaway. Each received a $100 gift card to the mall at University Town Center. We'd like to thank all of you for participating in our contest. Now stay connected to ABC7, mysuncoast.com, and our Facebook and Twitter pages for our grand prize winner announcement coming soon. One lucky viewer will win a dream vacation to Geneva, Lucerne, and St. Moritz. ABC7 spectacular Swiss Vacay giveaway. Good luck.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to cross home plate in front of a cheering crowd at a Major League ballpark? I'm Max Swinitz, and you can find out by joining Save Our Seabirds, the Baltimore Orioles, and ABC7 for Run for the Birds, December 12th at Ed Smith Stadium. The 5K and 1 mile fun run will end at home plate and will be followed by a festival with live music, food, and fun. Proceeds benefit Save Our Seabirds, whose mission is to rescue and rehabilitate sick and injured birds. Register today at raceroster.com.
It's the grand opening of Nissan of Venice, and we're celebrating with the ultimate Ultima giveaway. Hundreds of new Nissans are here. 2015 Nissan Rogue or 2015 Nissan Versa, only $179 a month. Visit us 24/7 at nissanofvenice.com. Dial ** Nissan from your mobile phone for Nissan of Venice.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here.